So we're here at the Chicago Auto Show 2025 at the McCormick Place, and behind me it is the 2025 Ford Mustang Mach-e. That is the mid-year refresh. We got the premium, and we also got the GT edition, and we're gonna have a closer look. My name is Rich Batista, and this is Charging the Road. As a fellow Mustang Mach-e owner, I feel that I need to make a solo video talking about the 25 Mach-e, both in premium and in GT. Now, we've already talked about what the Mach-e is all about. However, this is more of a mid-year, mid-generation refresh. And brand new, first look is the brand new color, Molten Magenta. We're also gonna be kind of going over what's different for this year and what they've added interior and exterior wise. And hopefully you guys get your opinion on it. So right here in front of me, it is the 25 Ford Mustang Mach-e Premium. Again, this is a mid-generation refresh. This is starting $39,995. So some of the difference you'll know right off the bat, first and foremost, is introducing a brand new color called Molten Magenta. Now in person, it looks gorgeous. Obviously in video, doesn't do exactly much justice, but if you look at this very carefully, I'm going to show you guys. Let's just focus on the color. You'll see a little bit more of that purple as the light is kind of shining against it. And then of course, if you back up, it looks more red than purple, but trust me, in person, it looks like a magenta lipstick kind of color. So this is a bit more feminine, but my fiance absolutely loved this color. So let's kind of go over the differences here. Obviously you have your brand new wheels. I believe these are 19-inch wheels. And the tires are going to be 225 55 R4, pretty much the same thing as before. However, the brand new design cues here for your tail lamps is that instead of like a one single line going across, you have 3 dashes. Basically, this is your turning signal. Same thing on the other side. This is going to be your turning signal. It's a little different now. The front face is about the same thing. But if we kind of go over to the side profile is about really the same thing. And then also, you're okay. The back side is about the same thing. So if we pop up the trunk, actually, I just want to know something real quick. So you'll notice here, the bumper is no longer piano black like it is like my Mach-e first edition. This is actually a little more plastic textured. So I thought that was interesting. So as far as cargo space is exactly the same thing. You only have your 12-volt battery, so Ford, my suggestion is please add a 110 or 120 volt outlet down the back. I don't know why you guys haven't added that yet, but also, you know what's missing? In my Mach-e, there's a button to close this, so now you actually have to press right here to close it, which I find it, that's another cost-cutting measure. You see how the lighting is kind of glowing against the metallic color of the Molten Magenta? Really, really neat. Now let's actually have a look at the interior. Again, we're gonna press this. Actually, before we head to the interior, I'm gonna show you guys the front because this is gonna be a little different than traditional, what's before. So as we open up the front, you'll notice the front space is smaller. First of all, you have your Mach-e letters up here, and also it's been kind of beveled up. I believe it's for keeping everything sealed. That's from my understanding. But you'll notice there's less space here, but there's space down here. So the reason for it is because now they've actually added a heat pump underneath here. So range-wise, heating-wise, there's gonna be some difference, but a heating pump is what was requested for such a long time with the Mustang Mach-e. Now back to the interior. You press that, pull. So first thing you'll notice before I sit in, the seats are actually different now. So you see like the way the seats are kind of textured and realigned with the stitches and everything. It's definitely different from what my Mach-e looks like, and it feels a little bit more cushier. So let's actually sit. Oh yeah. Oh my God, yeah, this is actually a lot more comfortable. Either that, or maybe it's because I've sat in my cars way too many times and kind of flattened the seat a little bit. But right off the bat, it feels really, really good. Whew, trying to catch my breath here. So few changes to tell you guys. First off, you'll notice right here, there's no dial gear shift selector. It's actually up here now. So this is how you're gonna turn your gear shifting, is gonna be this way. In replacement, supposedly what Ford has said is that they want something a little bit more useful. Now, this is actually modular. So in the future, they're going to have different accessories for it. Now, they did say that this is, this is going to be for whatever, maybe your keys or whatever. This is also be your phone holder. But then it also kind of defeats the purpose of having your phone right here. This is what originally was supposed to be, just to have your phone holder. But, I digress. And then for everything else, your turning stock is right here, and also your windshield wipers. It looks a little complicated at first, but I'm sure you'll get used to it. The steering wheel is exactly the same thing. You have your cruise control here, and then your entertainment info, and then the screen right there, that's going to be your odometer. I believe everything has changed. Sync 4 is about the same thing. Now, I do want to note one thing here, though. The texture, there's actually texture here. You hear that? So there's actually texture here, so that's a little different. The one thing I do miss, though, is the blue stitching. So it's going to be like gray, white stitching all around. And then now, as far as with the glass screen is concerned, as far as the glass ceiling is concerned, I believe that's optional now. You can still get it, but let's just have a look at the back seat. A little easier to get out. Okay. So again, the back seat, same thing. It's going to be a little different. The texture, it feels a little bit more comfortable, to be perfectly honest, especially on my lower back, the lumbar. Down here, same deal. You're going to have two, actually, before in my Mach-e, I'm not sure if you guys can actually see it, but this has two USB-C ports. In my Mach-e has one USB-A and one USB-C. So it looks like everything's kind of moving on forward. Oh. So, one thing, pretty cool. And this right here in front of me, it is the 2025 Ford Mustang Mach-e GT version in brand new Velocity Blue. No longer there is the Grapper Blue as an option. It is now replaced by the Velocity Blue. I have my opinions, but even so, this blue looks really, really good. You have your 20-inch new Aero wheels right down there. Looks pretty good. The price starting point for the GT version is actually $52,495. I believe that is before incentives. And here is the charging port. Same thing as has always been before. So, in fact, what's new is that there's a little bit of indentation. I'm not sure if you guys can see that. A little indentation to where you need to open the door. All right, so let's kind of step inside here. Show you guys. Now, as far as the seats is concerned, with the GT version before is exactly the same thing. It has the shoulder harness. I wouldn't say harness, but like the shoulder padding. Really, really helpful when you're driving. So let me go ahead and sit in here as well. Okay, maybe I should lower down the seat a little bit. So right off the bat, couple new things you'll notice. Again, same thing, gear shift selector. It's no longer here. It is now up here. Same thing, modular. You'll still have your GT emboss. And then, of course, here's your texture to indicate that you're in a GT variant. Again, there's no glass roof up here, but it is optional to get it if you like. There's actually really not too much new about the GT version for the 25 model, except maybe a new UI. You can see a little bit it's different there already. Just in the bottom part here. And then your gear shift selector, and then your turning stock, just about the same as it has been before. And let's just go to the back seat real quick. So one thing to notice too, you have different textures. You have like the regular vinyl textures, and then you have the, I believe this is our Cantel. And then speakers wise, I believe it is still Bang & Olufsen. Yeah, it is Bang & Olufsen. Legroom, about the same thing. Maybe it's just a little less. I'm 5'10", so it's a little less than before. But there you go. This is what it looks like. Back seat. I think the premium version of the back seat actually feels more comfortable than the GT version. I'm not gonna lie. But there you go. And then if you got, we'll just get a closer look at the blue color. It looks really, really nice. It's got the metallic tri-coating color to it, and it's really, really nice. But I actually like my grabber blue just a little bit better. But there you go. That is the 25 Mustang Mach-e GT. So there you have it, guys. The 2025 Ford Mustang Mach-e in premium, Molten, Magenta, and GT Velocity Blue. First look at the Chicago Auto Show. It looks really cool with the new colors. My fiance loves the Molten Magenta. Amazing, just impressive. But there you go, guys. What do you guys think of the new changes? Do you guys feel there's enough changes? Are you guys looking for the next generation of the Mach-e? I'm personally looking forward to the next generation of the Mach-e, hopefully with the legitimate NACS port this time. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more EV content. Until the next one, guys, have a good one. Stay smashing.